Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews, out here in the shade. Nice, got done fishing. Now we're out here with the hops, gonna do a little beer review. Nugget Hops, say hi. We have a beer that I've reviewed a long time ago on the channel. It's a nice beer, I think. And why do I say that? Because now, because of modern things, it's in a can now. It's in a can. Aventinus. Schneider Weisse, Aventinus, the Weizenbach, 8.2 alcohol by volume. Now, I'm going to try this by itself. Later, I have a bottle of it too. So, bottle versus can. There it is. I only have one bottle of Aventinus. I do have some Corbinians from Weinheim-Stefana. And no, I'm not going to use a Weinheim-Stefana glass because I didn't want to, spark a war or anything like that. You know what I mean? Because I know they're like head to head. Even though this is a Weizenbach, I understand that that's a double Bach, but still. Rush hour's coming, I can hear it in the distance. If this turns out to be as good as the bottle, Rush Hour, I'm going to do a head-to-head with this can and then a bottle of Aventinus, or Corbinian rather. I had a little itch on the foot, I wanted to check it out. There we go. I just was through the woods and stuff, so you don't know what's crawling all over me. Yeah, so if this does check out to be on par with the bottle version of Aventinus, I'll just do a can versus bottle, Weinheim-Stefana versus Schneider Weisse. So, I mean, just for funs. I mean, I don't know if people really care about the head-to-heads, but, whatever. I also have their Eisbach too. I bought a bottle of that maybe a year ago and had it and just enjoyed it, sipped on it. It's a little bit too light for my take, general. I like a thicker body so things linger longer. But, I mean, it's 12%. And it's like $5 a bottle. And it's reeked with tradition. Love it, you know what I mean? That kind of thing, and quality. So what the hell. So I might do a re-review of that as well. So a lot of Aventinus stuff coming up on the channel will be in succession, and this is going to be the first one you're going to see, and that's why I'm saying everything I'm saying. Picks. That's not true. There we go. That's called boobs. But anyway, since 1907, so definitely doesn't have the, that's like 900 years they almost have one compared to Weinheim-Stefana. It's funny. Oh, no wonder. So I'm actually going to use the Kapuznia glass. And I'm trying to side pour for the label out, folks. There you go. That was a horrible pour. I just want you to know that. That was a horrible pour. Actually, well, it's gonna look apropos, I guess you could say, for a nice Weisse beer pour. It's gonna have that beautiful big head on it. So, I mean, that's what you want the head on a Weisse beer to look like. So I guess I did it differently, but correctly. So, look at that. Check that out. How cool is that? I'm assuming it's going to be a pretty clear beer because it doesn't have that sedimentation. It might not have that sedimentation, I guess. So I'm glad I kind of left a little bit in the can so we could shake it around and see what we got and that kind of thing. But normally, yeah, with a Weisse beer, then you dump the rest in and get the big old head like that. All works out well. Anyway, let's get a nose on it. It is Saturday, so there's going to be a lot of people out because I hear rush hour again. Maniac. Now, okay, so, damn. So I smell raisins, kind of like a soft dark fruit, raisins, caramel, like a little bit of brown sugar tonality. Of course, you get that wheat tonality as well coming up there. Lovely earthiness. A little bit of like a clovey tone. It smells fucking good. So let's get into it. Cheers. Let's pour the rest in. See if it does change the look of the beer at all. See if it. Ooh, yeah, there's snot all through there. So look, there's. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, so you got to shake the living shit out of that. You got to save some. Well, I mean, this is good consumer advice. I didn't know. But yeah, you have to save some and then just go to town on it for like, a good minute, shake the living shit out of it. Leave maybe like a quarter of it in there because nobody wants that, weird sludge all floating around. They want a nice, even, beautiful, clear sedimentation. That's what you want. So, all right, let's get into it. I should have drank more of it clear, so I could have a better difference between the two. But the first sip that I took is surprising. Well, the body is thin, so it's the low side of a medium body tapering to the medium side of a medium body, and that's why the Eisbock is thinner as well. But the it's a surprisingly dry beer, a drier beer. It smells ridiculously savory and sweet, but it's actually a remarkably drying beer. And there is that nice minerality, earthy pepperiness in the back of the palate. You did get a little bit of that caramel, which is nice, subtle caramel, a little bit like a brown sugar tonality, but all on the drier side. And then they have that spice kind of lingering in there with that earthiness, which is nice. So let's get into it with the breadiness on it. This is how you'll probably drink it anyway. But that's like soft coriander, soft clove, pepperiness, spiciness, amped up with putting that breadiness in there. And of course the breadiness kicked up into it. I lost a lot of that nuanced dark fruit, I lost a lot of the caramel brown sugar tonality. It kind of got blanketed with a little bit more of that breadiness, that wheat breadiness kind of tonality, which is sad because I really like that brown sugar caramel. It also raised the sweetness as well. So if you want a drier version of this, pour it gently and discard the sedimentation. Don't pour it in. I actually would probably go back and do that rather than having this excess breadiness. But I mean, if you really wanted to do that too, to give it a better head-to-head between Corbinian and this, leave it clear so that it's clear beer versus clear beer instead of the sedimentation. But you know what? You can do whatever you want to. It's nice. These come in 4-packs. I don't know how much I paid for it though, because I bought a couple things at the same time. Probably wasn't cheap, which I don't like. I was really interested to see and find out that they still have the sedimentation in there. I wasn't sure how they were going to do that, if they were going to do that kind of thing, because sometimes I've had beers where you really don't need to shake it. The sedimentation, it just kind of like naturally pours with the can. But this one, you could see there was a clear separation from a disturbed can from a non-disturbed can to a disturbed can in the sedimentation that it provides. But it's drinking nice. I mean, damn. It's not mind blowing or anything like that, but it definitely has quality, in it. It's a beautiful breadiness. It has that playful sweetness. Still getting a little bit of that caramel quality, that earthiness. Especially on that mid palate right before you go sip it down, it just swells up with that sweet bready caramel, a little bit of dark fruit in there, and then it goes down like, oh, that was nice. So Weizenbachs, I haven't had a bunch of Weizenbachs. I want to say, and I haven't seen this company in this area for a decade. Rush hour coming again? I think so. But Weltenberger, Weltenberg, hey, I believe the Assenbach, it might have been called, or um, the Baroque, the excuse me, the Baroque Bach or whatever. I think that was a Weizenbach as well, and that was fucking fantastic too. But again, I haven't seen that company in this area, but they really made great beer. Was it the Baroque Dunkel and then the Assenbach? I think from Weltenberger. Okay, so the negatives on this one is it's not bombastic. It's not shouting at me. It's not giving me a lot of those like enjoy this savory goodness. It's not like that. It's more subtle. It's more relaxed. I think they do that also to have a beer that pairs with food very well. So it's not really it's not exactly maniac. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing. I'm just, I like the little shouty. I like a little bit rich and savory, and the body is a lighter body. I think that's one of the things that I really wish the flavors were amped up a little bit more. I kind of wish I didn't have the breadiness in there, but I have 3 more cans. I can enjoy it the way I want to, as well as you should, obviously. Um, but the body is really light, and I think with the light body, even with the breadiness, the light body mixing with that earthiness in the background, some people might find this a touch too earthy on the back end. And then some people might consider this a bit too sweet. However, you're drinking a wheat double bock. It's going to be sweet. There's going to definitely have a profound sweetness. The profound sweetness is there. Again, if you leave the sedimentation out, I've noticed it was a lot drier. So that might be your wheelhouse right there. But then again, just get a regular double bock. But that might be too sweet. So you gotta play with it. You gotta figure it out. Remember, there's a beer for everyone. If you ever find someone that says I don't like beer, they just haven't found the right one yet. So little cluggy things that weren't mixed properly on the bottom. This is a good beer. It's not a great beer though. That's the thing I can say is I'm not. This is a really good beer, but I'm not being wowed by this beer. Um, Now, if I was in a proper setting with a big plate of food and this beer, you need all that to have the greatness get exemplified. Is that a word? I don't know, but rush hour Saturdays are weird. Um, but I would definitely say this is a 8.5 out of 10 all day long. Maniac. It's not, like I said, it's not mind blowing, and I would love to find that I think it was the Weltenberg had the Weizenbach. I wouldn't mind doing like a head to head between those two. Would be really good. There's some people that probably are gonna hate me forever for saying like this is only an 8.5, but that's just my take on it. I think saying too much. I'm pretty sure I said Fuck you, ums. I think I preferred this. I have 3 more cans, so I'll try that. I think I preferred this without the sedimentation. However, and I'll put that in the comments below. If I have another one without the sedimentation, I'll be like, actually, it's a 9 all day long without the sedimentation. But to drink a proper thing the proper way, and I love the fact that they put the sediment in the can still. You can shake it, you can pour it. I like that. I like the tradition. So I'm just going to, keep it on the 8.5. German wheat beer, it says right on it, imported from Germany. 500 milliliter can. I am for sure thinking that is the Schneider-Weisse.de. 1 pint 9 fluid ounces. What the fuck's 1 pint 9 fluid ounces? Just put milliliters on here. What's going on? Oh, there's some writing too. Oh, so this is about a year and a half old, something like that. Year and 3 months old or something like that. So year and 4 months old. So this is not the freshest can, but these things are supposed to age, and usually these things age amazingly well. So so an aged can, so you get an age review and then just the can review. I'm really looking forward to putting these head to head because I really think, I'm still in the heart of hearts, the bottle might win, but I really hope when they go head to head they are completely the same, or the can actually gets rated better. So I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, until next time, this has been Paul for PABrewNews. Cheers. Watch that finger. Here it comes.